Gandhi, who also serves as the Deputy General Secretary, imposed. Look at the situation today. Forest reserves have effectively become no-go areas. We have witnessed calculated, precise military operations targeting these hotspots. The evidence is clear. Many of these forest reserves are being reclaimed. Gandhi defended the government's approach, insisting that institutions mandated to tackle the issue are functioning with renewed effectiveness. We are making sure that the responsibility of each institution are not only functioning but operating more effectively than ever before. Would you say we are doing nothing? Should we suddenly declare a state of emergency now, when the CD is stabilizing and the economy is showing signs of revival, largely thanks to good regulations? He further reiterated the government's commitment to accountability and enforcement of the law in the fight against illegal mining. Gandhi emphasized the need for a measured and coordinated response rather than rash decisions that may not yield lasting results. So this is coming from Gandhi. Yeah, I'm so careful with the name so I don't mention it wrongly. So Mustafa Gandhi, also the Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency and the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, has stated that declaring a state of emergency over illegal mining, widely known as galamsey, would be premature and unnecessary at this time. His remark comes amid increasing pressure from environmentalist, civic society groups and concerned citizens who are alarmed by the ongoing destruction of water bodies and forest reserve caused by galamsey operation. Mr. Gandhi is saying that it's too early to declare state of emergency. Rather, they want a long-term solution to galamsey. So declaring state of emergency is too early. Ms. Eugenia, do you think where we've gotten to as a country with regards to the issue of galamsey, it's too early to declare states of emergency?
Why would he say declaring state of emergency is too it's not
it's premature.
It's
too early.
And it's too early. Maybe he would say it's too early because they've not exhausted, should I say, the tools. They've not exhausted the tools that they need. No, not they need, the tools that they have. Because we have laws governing our environment. We have should I say, rules governing our environment and all that. So if these rules have not been exhausted, how then do they declare premature? No. How then do they declare state of emergency? For instance, what is it called? Someone is an armed robber, and you've not made sure that this person is being arrested. You've not even gone to the police station to make sure that this person is being arrested. And all of a sudden, that is how it is. We have rules governing these things going on in our community. It states here that Ghana already has environmental and mining laws that, if properly enforced, can control galamsey. Declaring a state of emergency without exhausting this might reflect a failure in law enforcement rather than the need for extreme action. And for that part, I do agree with him. And also, on another part, it might send a wrong signal to investors. It might send a wrong signal to people out there who have potential interest or who already have interest in our economy. So first off, before they declare a state of emergency, they need to make sure that they've exhausted all the options available to them. You've made sure that you've enforced all the rules. For that, if it doesn't work, that is where declaring of state emergency comes in. Let's take COVID, for example. Even amid COVID, we were still going about our daily activities.
Right.
Before it became severe. It became very severe to the extent that they needed to close down the country. Everyone locked down. They exhausted all the options before making sure that everyone was safe and sound. So it also applies to this. And in some parts, I would say it is good to declare state of emergency. In everything we do, we have the advantage and the disadvantage. If the state of emergency is not declared now, our environments are being destroyed day in and day out. I saw a video just yesterday. One person was building in that side, Galamsey side, that person was building, and the environment of it was very bad.
Very, very,
very bad. We also saw videos where now these days people don't just mine in the open again. They wait when people are asleep. That is when they start their mining activities, because they know that there are no at that time no law enforcement personnel is lurking around or going about making sure that this thing is being kept. And also, if possible, should I say this maybe this is the time for military rule. I'm not saying our president is not doing his best, but this is the time for military rule in the aspect of Galamsey. Deploy all the military personnel, all the police personnel for Muguho, and let them do their job. Because our environment, just today, one of the news headlines, one of the Presby pastors is saying Ghana is leading, Galamsey is leading Ghana to doom. And it's true. And it's true, because it will get to a point where even water, we wouldn't get it. Some water bodies, some waters that we even take into our system are already polluted with harmful substances. So it's a 50-50. It's either they declare, they don't declare. We all face the consequences. After all, we are all in Ghana.
But you know, the issue is actually getting out of hand. Looking at some communities, people, Obi compound house crowd.
Exactly. No,
they are even mining, like the audacity that people have.
And even I saw a video where someone was constructing a wall, and the people, I think it was Kaswa, and the people, the constructors there, they saw gold, and they were trying to get the gold. And the thought that came in mind was, just imagine this: the owner will start doing Galamsey in his house.
Oh yes.
Because when him say a good year of form, now a good year of form, I want to make one come to. Me too, because I am assassin, but it's wrong. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like they've not exhausted all the options. That is what I can see, because they are really lost. They are really lost in Ghana here. That has to do with this Galamsey issue, but it looks like the leaders are, should I say, reluctant, or they are relaxed. They are too relaxed for our liking.
Yeah, you know, they are doing all they can. They are seasoned excavators. Now, if you want to bring excavator into the country, you need a permit before you can bring it in. They are arresting people. They are deporting the foreigners involved in Galamsey.
No, the people they are arresting, ask yourself, are they being jailed? Because according to the laws, when you are caught in illegal mining, you are supposed to go to 15 to 25 years in prison.
So are they really jailed?
Are they really jailed? At the end of the day, they'll be granted bail, huge sums of money. They take it and it goes into their own pockets.
Look at that.
And the foreigners that are being deported, look at this. It is not even the right step for them to take.
Oh, that's so sad. Wow, Miss Debbie.
I think I side with him, because declaring a state of emergency is a temporary means of bringing an end to illegal mining. It's just like you giving a license to someone, then you tell the person that where the devastation has got to, I wouldn't like you to mine on the land again, so pack your things, leave the site for a month or maybe a couple of years, and then come back. It's just like you having a problem, and instead of dealing with the root cause of the problem, we are uprooting the top. So declaring a state of emergency, it's not a means of ending illegal mining. It doesn't mean that, illegal mining is going to stop completely, because trust me, even if they should declare a state of emergency, we will still have people that will mine. We still have people that will go, will not go directly to the rule, and they're not going to face any penalties. So what he's saying is the right thing. Now, as he's saying that, what is the measures that are being put in place? Have they making any provisions that, well, the previous governments came into power, this is what they did. The administration we've experienced, this is what they've put in place. What are we also going to do? We've seen military personnel deployed on Galamsey site.
Yeah.
We've seen excavators be bent. We see Chinese nationals in the country. At the end of the day, they were deported. We even saw Chinese nationals that have a Ghana card.
Wow.
Aisha One, and up to now, we don't know where that case has gotten to. So all these are things that, I mean, they've already put in place, and we saw absolutely nothing. Amidst burning of the excavators and deporting this Chinese national, we see Chinese nationals on our water borders. They are mining the goals.
Yeah, they are.
Yesterday, I saw a video where a young Ghanaian was nearly pleading with President Mahama that they should allow them mine because that is what they do to feed. And I was asking myself, look at this. So are you trying to say that the land, you can't plant cocoa on the land? You can't plant yam on that same land you are mining on. You can't plant beans on that same land you are mining on, and you won't get something from it. Definitely, you are going to get something. So you are destroying the water, and at the end of the day, you will suffer because you get the money. At the end of the day, you will fall sick, and that same money will be used to cure yourself. So don't we think? So I believe that declaring a state of emergency as it stands now is not going to solve anything. The real issue is, let's sit down. What is the best way to curb illegal mining? You see, this is where I have problem with our leaders. It's not as if they don't know what to do to curb illegal mining. They know, but they don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it.
Oh yes, they don't want to do
And
it.
what's exactly that?
They know what to do, but they don't want to do it. This one, as simple as ABC.
So do you know that yourself?
The best thing is to do is that when you catch these people or you see them red-handed, you make them face the law. Don't we have the laws governing?
Them.
You jail them, you prosecute them. And then you stop these Machiavellian tactics. Where people go on site, today they are being arrested and then it's on the news. Yachi on my site ends there. No updates, nothing.
So you think just arresting these people is not enough?
Oh,
They
it's
need to be prosecuted.
arresting them. Everybody at talking being arrested. We can equally arrest everybody.
Right.
But then when you get there, what happens?
What happens?
Especially when it has to do with foreign nationals in the country. Because they omo like when you cut them, you see blood. And then when you cut a black or an African man, you also see blood coming out. I've seen instances where Ghanaians went to misbehave in other countries and they are being jailed there. You fool there, they don't deport you to your country. They jail you there.
Yeah, right.
You serve your term before you come back to your country. So what is preventing us from doing same?
Yeah.
You deport those people and then you think, they are going to get. It's just like Satan telling you that you have one demon in you. The pastor has delivered you, and then you make a way. They are 99 or 77. They are coming in their numbers. So they're going back. It's just like they're going to gather a lot of people and then coming back because they've seen
different forms.
They've seen Ghana as a peaceful. Oh, that thing we need to forgo those words.
We can be peaceful.
They are peaceful, but it's hurting us. For how long are we going to be peaceful and still, because at the end of the day, we are enduring the pain. Do you have a visa to travel abroad?
Well, would you accept the fact that we are not prosecuting these foreigners because we are dependent on them?
Oh, yes. 90% is true.
Yes.
It's true.
In a way, that's how I feel. I
feel
it's
true.
Because we are dependent on them.
We are dependent that is true.
So there's that fear that if you prosecute these people, their country is going to come hard for you.
And you see, that should even be a wake-up call to we the Africans.
Right.
To do the right thing. You see, I've been saying that God knows this is how Africa will be. Seriously. Because we have almost everything. What don't we have? We have everything. See, the day we'll go to heaven, our leaders, they have a lot of questions to answer. Trust me. Because a whole nation has been entrusted into your hand. We have gold, we have diamond, we have everything. But we are not enjoying. At the end of the day, we dig this gold. We don't even have factories in this country that will mold this gold into something useful. We have to export it out of the country. And then at the end of the day, you are taking 10% from what you owe. You are taking only 10%. And what is that 10% going to do to their country? And they are enjoying. And we claim to be independent, but we are slaves.
But now we have the gold board.
We have the gold board, but see, it's not enough. And I know the gold board are doing their best, but it's not enough.
They should still keep illegal money and,
yes,
and allow those that have the licenses
to mine,
and generate revenue for the gold board. And
it's not as if allowing those having the license to mine. I mean, there should be a supervision as well. Because those having the license, one way or the other, I believe they're also involved in these illegal money issues. So there should be a tight supervision. Trust me, we will be so much disappointed in this current administration if they don't curb illegal mining, because it was number 1 on their manifesto list. And then you come and you are sleeping, you are bringing blue water
initiative.
What are they going to do? Are they marine spirits? What are they going to do on the land? Nothing. We've seen more than that, and then it's ended nowhere. So they should think about something.
They should double up. So that's it. Do you think it's too early to declare state of emergency in terms of fighting galamsey? What do you think? Well, moving on to our next story. Government to launch Nkoko Nkete pilots in Northern Region next month, Agric Minister. The government is set to launch the pilot phase of its flagship poultry initiative in Nkoko Nkete next month in the Northern Region. The project aims to reduce Ghana's dependency on imported poultry products, especially chicken and eggs, and create sustainable employment opportunities for young people. 12 districts in the Northern Region have been selected for the pilot rollout. Once fully implemented, Nkoko Nkete is expected to benefit at least 55,000 households nationwide with significantly boost youth employment in the agriculture sector. The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, reaffirmed the government's commitment to revitalizing the local poultry industry. The minister said, Nkoko Nkete is just one of the 3 major programs under the Feed Ghana initiative. We are in the process of procuring beds and battery cage for distribution to households. But even before full procurement is complete, we are launching a small-scale pilot next month in the north to assess how the program performs at scale. He also added, we have selected about 12 districts for this pilot phase, which will run for 4 months. Within 2 to 3 months, we plan to fully enroll out the Nkoko Nkete program nationwide. Meanwhile, Deputy Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Samson Ahin, announced plans to launch an agribusiness export program aimed at supporting farmers and agribusiness players with value addition and international market readiness. So yes, that is it. The government of Ghana is introducing a new poultry project which is called the Nkoko Nkete, which will begin as a pilot program next month, that is July, in the Northern Region. Now, the project is part of effort to boost local poultry production and reduce the country's reliance on imported chicken and eggs. Someone may ask, I'm hearing Nkoko Nkete, I'm hearing what is the Nkoko Nkete? The Nkoko Nkete is a flagship initiative under the Feed Ghana program. It is focused on encouraging poultry farming at the household and community level, creating jobs, especially for young people, and improving food security by producing more chicken and eggs locally. So with this initiative, the main goal or the main aim of this initiative is that we don't have to solely depend on imported frozen foods, chicken and eggs, but now it's going to be produced locally right here in Ghana, and we are having a pilot, and they're having a pilot phase in the Northern Region, and 12 districts have actually been selected to undergo that. What do you make of it, Ms. Eugenia? Nkoko Nkete?
In Coco and Kitten initiative.
Small hands.
Simply,
Yeah, small hands.
simply means small chickens or small hens. Oh, it's a good initiative. It's a very great one, and it's commendable because looking at the rate at which we eat is akoko force the one that they bring.
Import.
Yeah, akoko
The akoko force is too much in Ghana.
the big one.
It's too much, and see, it's not even sweet.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You think it's not nice?
It's not nice. No. Hey, okay, it's
Then you
nice,
haven't
but
bought
it's
the
not.
right
No, it's nice, but it's not compared to the local ones.
The local one.
What they if you kwai?
Me, I don't like it. Akoko.
We don't like if you Me, I don't like it when I see that they are killing it.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but if I don't see it and you do everything and I come and eat it, oh, that one day I'll really enjoy it. But on a more serious note, the akoko force is becoming too much in Ghana here. Too much. Now, must say akoko akesian. Do you even know how they did it? We know these foreigners. We know the kind of things these people can do. Even Chinese can start egg, boiled egg,
Yeah.
from scratch
I saw
with
that on
chemicals.
TikTok.
With chemicals, so and you say akoko bema ni akoko ba na ehia no omama sakusua no, they do it with chemicals. And with that akoko fosu, do you know that your warm injection ye bema omu enyi latoji babies? Do you know that kind of injection going into that akoko fosu? We are not destroying the businesses of other people, but let's face reality here. Our health is also at stake. Let's go in for something that is locally made. As yesterday we discussed, Ghanaians need to start having civil mindsets. They need to start having the sense of responsibility. We need to start going in for our very own. Just imagine if this Akoko Nkete initiative is supported by everyone. Just imagine the number of people who would purchase it. It is not only about consumption, but the income. The income. Money is important for everyone. So just imagine you have a business on your own and no one is patronizing your business. How would you move forward? How would you even fend for your family? So Akoko Nkete initiative there is good. But before that, they need to train these people. They need to really train these people. The feed in which this Nkoko Nkete need to take. Because I saw a video where all of a sudden, I don't know if I showed it to you, Nkoko, all of them died. And I think DJ Chamoso at first now Nkoko, and they died. Most of them died. And no.
Oh.
Sometimes the injection, you need to make sure that this is what you give to the hens. This is the kind of injection you need to give to them. And is it pests and parasites can take control over these kids.
Yeah.
And we call something bird flu.
Yeah, bird
All
flu.
these things, they need to be taught so that at the end of the day, but say anything. Say, so it's good. With the initiative, there's very
it's
good.
a good one.
It's a
And
good one.
they actually, I like for the fact that they didn't just start it like that, but they are, using Northern Region
As a startup.
as a startup to see how the project is going to go like before they expand it to other regions.
Yeah.
That was a very good one there. Miss Debbie, sorry.
Well, in as much as people are trying to politicize this whole issue, it is a good call because you see, almost everything is imported in this country. So if it would be very nice if we also invest so much into our own. Like, how will you feel if Ghana is we are also exporting our
own
chicken
fowls
and
you get it.
there is this sense of pride, and then it's also in a way it attracts investors as well because they can see that something is going on.
Right.
I should also invest so that I'll have a share, like a shareholder. You have a share in that, and then at the end of the day, the two parties benefit. So I think it is a good one. And with the northern region, I believe they chose the northern region because when you go to that side, it's mainly agriculture, farming, rearing of chicken, goat,
The
and stuff.
location was good.
The location is good.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good one. Then I would advise all the youth, if you feel like you want to venture into some of this, John Dumelo is making money. John Dumelo, he's making money.
I saw that. Was it on
Very
X?
rich.
Yeah.
He's making good money.
He was like, he knew acting was not going to.
I saw the same thing.
He said acting was just for fame.
It was for fame.
Now
but
he has it, but he's getting real
you
money
get
in
it.
agriculture.
And it's not only about feeding himself, but it's doing a lot for him.
Yeah.
John Dumelo is making money, trust me.
And he has made agriculture
Like attractive.
a big flex.
I think the best thing I would do is to venture into
He's the deputy agriculture minister.
agree, because
Yeah.
there is money into
Yeah.
there is money in it. And so it's good, like you should take advantage of it. Some of these things we feel like, oh, now we as soon as then it's very hectic, like you rearing fowls and stuff is very hectic, but at the end of the day, trust me, the benefits you get is when you start benefiting from all this, you forget about. It's just like you passing out and then graduating with first class. You forgot about that pain you went through, that trauma and stuff.
True.
So, like, we should take advantage. This is the time we have to take advantage of these things. And all this, it also cuts down unemployment as well, because you have something doing. And it's not as if the government is already bringing out the initiative. They are going to back you with something. They are going to back you with capital. And you know, when it has to do with you rearing chicken, a whole lot. I think there are months that there are seasons for them.
Yeah, there are seasons for them
where they go off a bit. So with that, I think there will definitely be money for you to buy all those things and then ensure that they are strong and healthy. And aside the government is doing their part, we also need to do our part.
Yeah, we need to involve ourselves, especially the young people.
We have to. Me say na mesa can we biom. We na say won pa. And
But seriously, yeah, like, be innovative.
It's a very good one.
Yeah.
You just imagine, say now you having a 10 or 20
or a poultry
farm, like you get it. Yeah, you are rich.
Hey.
You don't need anyone sit here, come here, sit here. At the end of the day, you have something.
Yeah,
aside
you have
getting this, you still have something at the other side.
White collar job, no, you need to so do.
You see, the reason why we want a white collar job is executive. You get it?
But
It's
come on.
they don't want to dirty their hands. Everybody wants to be in the
White-collar
office,
job,
but
you
it's not like
you
that.
become rich just
Once the month goes, once the month end, you become rich.
Once the month end, you become
1
rich.
week of the month,
you are
poor again.
You are poor again.
You are poor. That is
so
it.
at least if you have your own business, you are seeing money every day.
Every day.
And it requires discipline. How you are going to, mobilize that money. This Nkoko Nkisinkiti initiative is also here to curb the issue of unemployment right here in this country.
Yeah.
And they are urging all the young people to involve
This
themselves.
is Ghana
So
Talks
take
Breakfast Show,
advantage
your
of
morning
it.
companion.
If it's expanded to your region, don't sit idle and be waiting for government to come and give you a job.
And then one more thing, they'll be like, NDC.
This
they are
is
back.
Ghana
But this is
Talks
not about
Breakfast
NDC
Show,
and
your
PPP.
morning
Get it.
Even
companion.
if it
looking
is
for money.
MPP, go. When get yourself
You're
like
not looking for money.
get yourself
This
into
is
I
something.
think,
Ghana
I think
Talks
it's high
Breakfast
time
Show,
we
your
stop
morning
politicizing
companion.
You get
certain
it.
things.
Yeah.
As long as it serves you and you think that's the right thing you are doing and you're happy with it, you are good to go.
for it.
What is it that NDC needed by you are an MPP member, so you know go?
Unkoje.
You're not
Now,
serious. All right, moving on to our next story. Education Minister unveils 40 million Ghana cedis seed fund for emerging public universities. The government of Ghana has announced a 40 million Ghana cedis seed funding package aimed at strengthening newly established public universities in a major boost for the country's higher education sector. The Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, disclosed the allocation during a keynote address at the Faith Congregation ceremony at the CK Techdem University of Technology and Applied Science in the Upper East region. Serving as the special guest of honor, the minister said the funding will be disbursed through the Ghana Education Trust Fund as part of the 2025 budgetary provision. He stated, "This government is fully committed to nurturing our young public universities, ensuring they have the necessary resources to develop and provide quality education that meets the demands of our evolving economy," the minister stated. This seed funding through Get Fund is a testament to that commitment. The 40 million Ghana cedis package will be shared equally among 4 key emerging institutions, with each receiving 10 million Ghana cedis to support infrastructure development, operational capacity, and academic initiative. According to the minister, the fund is intended to accelerate the growth and development of these institutions, enabling them to expand their infrastructure, enhance research output, and improve the overall learning environment. He noted that the initiative is part of a broader government strategy to improve access to quality tertiary education and foster human capital development in critical sectors of the economy. Yeah, so the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has announced that the government is providing 40 million Ghana cedis in seed funding to support newly established public universities in Ghana. And this is a significant step that is aimed at boosting the growth and quality of higher tertiary education right here in Ghana, especially for institutions that are still developing. Yeah, so 40 million Ghana cedis to 4 key emerging universities right here in Ghana, and its aim is to boost quality education, operational activities, and then infrastructure as well. Isn't that a good news, Miss Regina?
It is a very good move.
Don't you think?
It is a great
Education
move.
Minister Obuejima.
Obejuma, because
Haruna Idrisu is Idrisuing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
he's Idrisi.
He's Idrisuing.
And we hope Afenyo is marking.
Yeah,
marking.
walls are always forcing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I jotted some few points down which I like to read.
Oh, that's
yeah.
fine.
Madam
So-
Doctor.
So first off is it strengthens tertiary access and equity. Supporting public universities ensures that students across all regions, especially undeserved areas, have fair access to higher education. Because sometimes most of these people do not really have the fund to go to university. So since this opportunity has come, why not grab it with full hands? And secondly, build capacity for research and innovation. The fund can be used to enhance infrastructure, hire qualified lecturers, and improve research capabilities in these emerging institutions, and also boost regional development. Universities often stimulate local economies. A well-funded university can attract businesses, create jobs, and foster innovation in each region. And also, what we need to pay attention to: transparent allocation and monitoring. There must be a clear and equitable formula for how the 40 million Ghana cedis is distributed, and strong oversight to avoid mismanagement.
Right.
And lastly, alignment with national development goals. The support should prioritize STEM, teacher education, health sciences, and other critical areas that address Ghana's development needs. So you see, it's a very good initiative.
Right. Miss Davy.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Right.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
Because most of these small public universities are struggling.
They are struggling.
It's different from the private institution, because with the private, it is your own vision
Is your own
that you
vision.
want to build or bring up a university. But with the public university, it's a good one. Most of them are really struggling to compete with this Ken UST, Legon, and stuff. So with the government pushing its attention to this small universities is good. And I think that one thing we should look up to is, if the money is given to them, there should be a thorough supervision to ensure that they are using the money for its intended purposes. We're in a country where we get the money, at the end of the day, it becomes ourselves and our family, so that it will be used. Because at the end of the day, if that university becomes one of the biggest university, it would be nice. I mean, we will not only be hearing of everyday Care University, everyday in the Gun, everyday Winneba.
Yeah.
Like, we should be other universities,
Other
as,
universities
well.
as well.
Like government universities
Yeah.
that will be competing with this, and it will make education attractive
Yeah.
to other students from other countries, because as it stands now, we have a lot of foreigners in our schools as well. We have like Nigerians, we have people. When I was in school, I have a colleague from Cote d'Ivoire. So we have a lot of these foreigners coming into the school, like, to study, and it's nice.
And it's nice.
So you pumping money into it, it will help them and improve in something like infrastructure for the school. Some of the university, when you go there, it's like a primary school.
Oh my God.
Like, even the chairs they sit on is outdated.
It's outdated.
So, like, they have to get this. I don't know whether you've watched Grachi before. If you see the seat they are sitting on, like, it's just nice.
This is Ghana, please.
This is Ghana, I know. But sometimes when you get, even the environment of the school attracts you, your face there at school.
Yeah.
When you get to the school for the first time and look at the environment, it even discourages you. Even though I know you are there for a purpose, but you have to learn in a conducive environment. So it's a good call.
Right. So that was a good one from our Education Minister, Haruna Idrisu. Disbursing 40 million Ghana cedis to 4 emerging public universities. That was a good one right there. So by giving each university 10 million Ghana cedis, the government aims to empower them to grow faster, improve their learning environment, and contribute meaningfully to Ghana's development. So it's not every day that we'll be hearing the University of Ghana, the UPSA, the Ken University, and things. Right now, Education Minister is doing all he can to make sure that these emerging universities are also meeting to the standards to the already successful universities we have right here in Ghana. And as Ms. Debbie said, there should be proper supervision of the money that is being distributed to this university, and to make sure that the money is being accounted for. The money is being accounted for, and then the money is used for its intended purpose. So it's not all about you receiving the money. You need to account for it and make sure that the purpose of the money that has been given to you is serving its purpose, and to make sure that these students are also developing and then learning in a conducive environment. All right. And this is where we draw the curtains for the news headline review. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Good morning and welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear or favor. Now, the former national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Michael Omari, has claimed that the opposition National Democratic Congress is allegedly pushing for a third-term bid by President John Dramani Mahama due to a lack of confidence in other potential leaders within the party. According to him, the NDC's recent internal conversations and public discourse around Mahama possibly returning for another term reveal a deeper issue of the party's inability to identify a strong successor. He argued that if the NDC had confidence in individuals like Asiedu Nketia or Julius Debra, there would be no need to revisit Mahama's eligibility or leadership. Omari emphasized that such a scenario would be impossible in the New Patriotic Party, asserting the party has a robust pipeline of competent leaders capable of taking over at a time. So this is coming from former national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and he's not the only person saying this. I've heard a lot of people, especially from the opposition party, allegedly making claims that the current administration want to find their way through, fix things, and then ensure that President Mahama goes in the third time. Now let's look at this. The Constitution of Ghana does not permit a president to serve more than 2 terms. According to Article 66 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a person shall not be elected to hold office as a president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. This provision is clear, indicating that a president is limited to serving 2 terms, whether consecutively or not. So in order to change this provision, there will be a bill that will need to be passed through a rigorous process, a referral to the Council of State, publication in Gazette, and then a referendum, where the bill will need to be submitted to a referendum where at least 40% of eligible voters participate and 75% of those voting support the bill. And you see, the Constitution has stated clear that in Article 66 Clause 2, no president will be elected twice, will be elected to go for his or her third term. It is not written in the Constitution. And this has been the current song of the opposition party. In as much as I've heard and seen a lot of citizens saying that President Mahama will need to will need to be elected as a president again, it is not stated anywhere in the Constitution. The Constitution is that you are supposed to be elected for your 2 term and then it ends there. The party needs to choose another person who is eligible for that particular position. A person they feel like this person can actually rule the nation. A person they feel like he or she is very competent enough to rule the state, is someone they are going to vote for as a flag bearer for their party. But I don't know why the opposition party is taking this issue so seriously. And I don't know how come they feel as if the National Democratic Congress do not have competent leaders. I'm not in favor of any political party. But saying that they do not have competent leaders like how they do in the New Patriotic Party. Well, the New Patriotic Party have competent leaders. But how far has it taken them as a party? Because as it stands now, we know what is going on in the party. Today, there is a report that 220 MMDCs has approved to this person. The next day, the same people are coming out to tell us that it's a lie. So who are we believing? If truly they have a competent leaders, then I believe there should be some sort of, a united relation between the party. Because you can't tell me you have competent leaders in the party, whereas there is division already in the party. And that is not why I'm here today. But the main issue is, even if we have a leader, and the leader is competent enough, and we are seeing the good works of the leader, we see that, no, this person is actually bringing improvement into the country. And the person is actually serving his last term. There is no way we are going to, vote for the person to come back into office unless there is a bill. And that bill has to pass through due procedures. And I'm not sure that is going to happen in Ghana. I'm not sure it's going to happen in Ghana. Because we feel someone is competent enough, we want to change the bill and then ensure that the person runs the third time. What if the person comes back the third time and do worse? Because I believe no one is to be trusted. In as much as the person is doing the right thing, the person is ensuring that everything is going on smoothly. Things changes. We've seen worse things. We've seen people who run for their last term in office and they've done worse. It's not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen in this country, where we are going to re-elect someone because we feel the person has done the right thing. Well, someone might say that it will definitely happen, but trust me, it's going to happen the hard way if it will. But for me, I believe something of that sort is not going to happen. I'm not sure the country will re-elect President Mahama for the third time, knowing fully well that he is in his last term. He's almost exhausting his last term in office. The best thing they can do is bring out somebody they feel like the person is competent enough to lead the country. Someone they feel like he or she has the hearts of the people. He has the will of the people at heart. That is the person they are going to bring on board. You see, it's about time we stop doing this kind of, politics and stuff. And I've heard a lot of people say that the New Patriotic Party are afraid because of what the current administration is doing. But this is not something we should panic about. Even if the person is doing the right thing, whether the person is doing the wrong thing, so long as you are in your last term, when it ends there. We are not going to appoint you again or elect you as a president again. If it happens like that, then it means when we get a worse president, you are going to sit in for three terms. And that means we are going to pass through hell. We've already experienced some before, and trust me, it was a bad experience. A worse one, of course. So if we have a leader, and then we feel like, oh, this person is good, let's do a review of the constitution, let's change some things, and then we allow him to run for the third time, then it means the person that will come after him will also continue with the same lane. And if we get a devil as a leader, then it means we are going to go through a lot in the country. The constitution should remain the constitution. I feel like there are important things in the constitution that needs to be looked into, that needs to be changed. There are lots in the constitution that needs to be reviewed. We are not talking about that. We are so considerate about someone coming for the third term. So, is the New Patriotic Party trying to say that what people are saying, they are panic? Are they really panicking? Are they really, afraid that something of that sort will happen? We the citizens are not going to allow that to happen in this country. No. We are not. We are not. We might have a good leader today. The next day, we don't know who we'll be having as a leader. Because they all come as an angel. They present themselves as an angel. They present themselves as a savior. But at the end of the day, we see something different. We see a different being of the person. Oh, we've heard a lot. Oh, these politicians, they've deceived us for so long. And they are all the same. Both NPP, NDC, PPP, CPP, they are all the same. The same blood is running through their veins. They will tell you a whole lot. Oh, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. When they come into power, it changes. The seat of the president, is there something we are not, they are not telling us about? Because I don't understand. Someone will promise and then immediately they sit on that seat, everything changes. Whether we need to fast and pray, they should tell us that we'll start doing something about it, because it's a different issue altogether. Immediately the person occupied that position, the thinking, the mindset of the person changes, everything changes. But to sit down and keep quiet, to allow a leader run the third term, is not going to happen in this country. It's not going to happen. And even if it will happen the hard way. We are going to stand our grounds and ensure that the previous rules we are abiding with will still continue. In as much as the person is a good person, the person is doing the best thing, we have people in the party that can also continue with that. We have people that are good, that can do better. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
And that was the Debbie's Grill. There are proper things to review in the Constitution. We shouldn't, bother ourselves reviewing for a third term for presidency. That was from Debbie. All right. Miss Regina, what do you have for us in Today in History?
Today in history,
this is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning
Africa's
companion.
worst train disaster in 2002 occurred in Tanzania. A passenger train traveling from the Salam experienced a mechanical failure while climbing a hill, resulting in each rolling backward and colliding with a slower moving train. The collision resulted in the death of 281 people. 1982, a British Airways jumbo jet experiences a sudden total engine failure. A Boeing 747-200 had just passed Jakarta at flight 370 in 9th VMC when it unknowingly entered an ash cloud from a recently begun new eruption of nearby volcano, which the crew were unaware of. All engines failed in quick succession and a mayday was declared. The crew eventually succeeded in restarting the engines and landing safely in Jakarta. 1948, the Berlin blockade begins. In reaction to the currency reform in West Germany, the Soviet Union blocked all access to West Berlin. It was one of the first major international crises of the Cold War. Western Allies launched the Berlin airlift to transport supplies to the blocked area. In Germany, the planes became known as raisin bumpers or candy bumpers. 1717, the world's first Masonic Grand Lodge is established. The world's first Masonic Grand Lodge was established in London, marking a significant moment in the history of Freemasonry. This event is often cited as the founding day of Freemasonry in its modern form. 4 existing London lodges came together at the Goose and Guidon Alley House in St. Paul's Churchyard to form the Grand Lodge. Nigeria's first political party founded. The NNDP was founded on 24th of June 1923 by Herbert Makula, the party's first leader. The party was created to take advantage of the new Clifford Constitution, which succeeded the 1914 Nigerian Council. The NNDP was successfully organized various Lagos interest groups into a single group that was able to compete politically. The NNDP ran many candidates for seats in the 1922 elections for the Lagos Legislative Council, winning 3 seats. The party won all the seats in the elections of 1923, 1928, and 1933. Though the party's major function was to put candidates into the Legislative Council, it had a broader objective of promoting democracy in Nigeria, increasing higher Nigerian participation in the social, economic, and educational development of Nigeria. The party continued to dominate politics in Lagos until 1938, when the Nigerian youth movement overtook it in elections. This day is observed as celebration of the census. It is an observance meant to encourage individuals to appreciate and engage with the world through their 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touching, and hearing. The goal is to deepen one's connection to the environment and potentially experience a heightened state of awareness or a sixth sense. This day is also International Fairy Day. It is a day dedicated to the mythical creatures often depicted as small magical beings, and it is a time to embrace fantasy, imaginations, and the magic of fairies. This day is also observed as Swim a Lap Day. It is a day used to encourage people to engage in swimming for exercise and recreation. It is a day to enjoy the physical and mental benefits of swimming, whether you are a beginner or an experienced swimmer. Lastly, National Patch Day. It is dedicated to sending supportive patches to kids and adolescents navigating physical or mental health challenges. It's about fostering a sense of community support and reminding those in need that they are not alone. The day was inspired by the Oliver Patch Project, which began when 9-year-old Oliver Beckhard received patches from family and friends to wear on a jean jacket during his leukemia treatment. Brighten someone's day, remind them they are not alone, and spread positivity. And that's all for today on Did You Know? Observances of the day and also today in history.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina, for that fascinating fact. Well, this is where we draw the curtains for the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Right after this, we'll be coming up with the news, and after the news, we'll be coming up with the second segment. Please stick and stay with us.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Sam. Now on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this what you see, Baba Live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen, I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast live on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, trained teachers demands payment of 10 months unpaid salaries. Ghana owes Chinese investors for assembly plant and new venture. Former MMDCs deny endorsing Baumia as a preferred candidate. Gold price surge. Goldfield launches drones to detect woodcut miners. These and many more coming up shortly in business, sports, and showbiz. Do stay with us. A group of trained teachers are demanding payment of 10 months unpaid salaries. They cite the act as a violation of their right. These teachers lament of being owed varying months of arrears, with others receiving up to 16 months back pay, whilst others await a minimum of 7 months payment. The delayed payments have caused severe financial strains, indebtedness and low morale among teachers. Despite assurance, the aggrieved teachers remain unpaid, prompting them to issue ultimatum to the GES to address their concern before November 18th.
We have skipped all the channel of communication. And it started last year. We are in the 10th month now. And I am IDs. And I am salaries. But the MAT say, yen as a chair phone, our rights as workers have been violated. But ye come off phobia into Nababedru say. And I who say the air question is a deliberate attempt to deny us of our salaries. If we say, and I'm say almost say Babia, almost on my pow, Abedjaku, say Rani and Montanas in Nian how best the IDs will be released. We have done all these things, but to no avail. It's not yielding any results for us. Into the air can say Oman Pani Mahama, Etienka, GES, Director General, and the Ministry of Education, they are sabotaging his government and making his government unpopular. Because we have been at post for 10 good months, and even IDs that identified us as workers of Ghana Education Service have not been released to us. This is not fair. This is not fair. And we do say that a hungry man is an angry man. And when the power of the powerless evolved, those in authority shall shake and fumble with its repercussion. And now no pay, yanu muni ne toto, yanu muni ne noa. Yaba hapeni biya mekasa does it mean say the leadership are not there? They have seen us, they have recognized our presence, but they are not here to address us because they know what they are doing is totally wrong.
Moving on, Ghana Chief of Staff Julius Deborah is escorting Chinese businesses to set up assembly plant, highlighting the country's commitment to fostering a stronger investment climate. This move aims to leverage Chinese expertise and investment to boost Ghana's economic growth and industrialization. The Chinese government, in response, expressed commitment to supporting Ghana's industrialization agenda and agriculture modernization.
To possibly consider having assembly plants or having new entities established in Ghana. That way, you're solving the distance problem all the way from China to the market. You get closer to the market, where you also be permitted to export to the entire West African zone. There are varied areas where investment opportunities will be encouraged, from petrochemicals to housing, automobile, EVs.
You heard from the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah. Moving on, former Metropolitan, Municipal and District claims of endorsing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as their preferred candidate for the New Patriotic Party. This was after a recent report reveals 220 former MMDCs declared their support for the former Vice President. Meanwhile, the meeting was seen as a strategic move by the presidential aspirant to consolidate grassroots support ahead of the party's presidential primaries in January 2026.
Former Vice President this last week and this week, so that in the north and other areas, almost programming at the home. And unfortunately, yesterday on Thursday, your papa, Honorable Ken, or Henry, and Bupreku at Japan. Thursday, when you think about Kama, you really, as I said, or the mine as TNT, or the mine, and they call. Your papa Brian, yes, so was on Saturday and Sunday. It is Saturday in your call. Poposi and Kama, or Gianni, or live by my Adiachi and Onisha, or Car, and Yamawaya Party, the vision for this country. On who I invited media, they are, and not declare, say, we do not party will be nomination for our February contest of the Kobe. On the other side, come on, when you be at them, one Kasa and Tubia, and then yes, or Yamai as your TNT or the Maya and then you buy. It's then neck and a pack, and I Yababisia, former vice president. Platform so, Yan Ka, Yan decided, Babia, say, Yaba, Yan former MMPC, Yaba be declared, I'm a one particular country. Honorable Ken Japan, Yan yes, I did. Honorable Brian, Yan decided. Sana, former vice president, GMP, and so Yan decided. And this will be said, MMPC for Yakabum, Messi and Dossi, the former vice president, and there was no discussion. Meeting, nothing, you meeting. And I mean, Madame Fubi, and I colleague. Or catch us, oh, young declaration, not declaration, baby. I'm not going to say, oh, Jawasem, was to me only maybe a me walk into one from it. Yet, I say, yeah, declaration. MMPC for ya, I declare, I'm a Dr. Mahmoud Pamucho for the unity of the party. 2028 election year from say year 2024, they are now our constituency chairman, MPs. Regional executive, national executive, I declare now one candidate or the other. I think Hapebuba party more, the coalition evolution to Tono. Say a cycle, yes, I did you are. Yes, some many on MMDC. Winning problem, I affirm. Time I am going here, yes, soon, Obiati. And when before I want Jubilee House, I'm saying, how, as Obiam, and now you're got to fear Sabi, some of us, you betray and you declare Edeno. I'm a recognition, I'm my friend. Maybe I mean problem with the friend because you're party for and the coalition, yeah, definitely you need members to support you, especially delegates. If you say a delegate, that will be a friend said, or the Kasa, knowing what the division, a chain, it's okay. But to say, I can't say enough.
In business, Takwa Gold Mine in southwestern Ghana has launched a drone into the clear sky. Its camera scanning the last 210 square kilometer tract for intruders. The drone spotted something unusual, and within 20 minutes, 15-person team, including armed police, arrived on the scene. They discovered abandoned clothing, freshly dug trenches, and equipment amid pools of mercury. The equipment was left behind by illegal miners who operate on the outskirts of many of the continent's official mining ventures, putting at risk their own health, the environment, and the official mine operators' profit. The team confiscated 7 diesel-powered water pumps and a champagne processing unit used to extract gold from river beds. The high-tech cat and mouse game is playing out with increasing frequency as record gold prices, now sitting above 3,300 per ounce, draw more unofficial activity, intensifying sometimes deadly confrontation between corporate concessions and artisanal miners in West Africa. According to dozens of mining executives and industry experts interviewed, because of the vegetation cover, if you don't have eyes in the air, you won't know something destructive is happening, explained Edwin Asari, Goldfield Takwa Mines head of protection service. Almost 20 illicit miners have been killed in confrontations at major mining operations across the region since late 2024, including a new Mount Open New Tab, an Anglo Gold Ashanti Open New Tab site in the Ghana and Guinea-Bissau and Burkina Faso. There have been no reports of official mine staff injured. In some cases, clashes at corporate mines caused production halt of up to a month, prompting companies to press governments for more military protection. Sub-Saharan Africa's unofficial mining operations provide critical income for nearly 10 million people, according to a May United Nations report. In West Africa, 3 to 5 million people depend on unregulated mining, accounting for approximately 30% of its gold production. Other industry data show serving as economic lifelines in a region with few former employment chances. Like 52 years old farmer in Senegal's gold rich, many inhabitants grew up mining gold in their localities. Those promises have not been fulfilled, he said, with local residents have long tried out a living on the margins of corporate mines, such as illicit activities in the region's forests and large bodies of water is now conducted with sophisticated digging and dredging equipment and funding from local cartels and foreigners, including those from China. With rising central bank gold buying and broader geopolitical tensions potentially pushing gold to 5,000 an ounce, Focus Security and Mining analyst Leeson warned that more violent confrontations around mining operations could be expected in the coming month. The more the gold price rises, the more conflict we will see between industrial and informal miners, he said. 9 world-cut miners were shot dead in January at Obuasi mine in Ghana when they cut open the fenced 110 square kilometer concession to scavenge gold, according to a source in the company who asks not to be identified. At least the world-cut miners were shot by gas, whilst others were injured. In Mali gold-rich regions, an excavator operator at an illegal mining site told Reuters that operations have expanded rapidly this year, with Chinese bosses deploying more equipment to new sites as gold prices climb. This year, Ghanaian authorities have been ransacking dozens of informal mining sites, arresting hundreds of locals and foreigners, particularly Chinese nationals, who operate unregulated gold operations in the country's vast forests, including protected areas and bodies of water. Ghana lost more than 229 metric tons of largely artisanal gold to smuggling between 2019 and 2023. Ad Masoro, president of the West African Federation of Chambers of Mines, said artisanal miners also compete with large-scale miners, shortening mine leaves. We are seeing artisanal miners digging up to 100 meters and impacting the ore body of the big miners, he said. Miners are resorting to unconventional methods and increased spending at the expense of investment and community projects. The mine spends approximately $500,000 annually on measures, including drone surveillance to combat wildcat mining, but still experiences frequent attacks, the source said. Ghana's major corporate miners have intensified their campaign for military protection at mining sites this year. Similar requests have been made in Burkina Faso and Mali, according to 3 mining executives and an industry analyst who requested anonymity. Industry leaders met government officials in mid-April to press their case with discussion yielding positive results. The system includes trackers on the excavators and a control system that can remotely disable excavators operating outside unauthorized boundaries. To Sports, Heart of All Communications Director Kwame Opare-Addo has confirmed that the club's leadership and stakeholders are fully behind the appointment of Masdidi Dramani as head coach of the 2025-2026 season. The former Black Stars assistant head coach joins the Phobians on a 2-year deal, bringing with him a wealth of experience, including 2 Premier League titles and an FA Cup win with rivals Asante Kotoko. Speaking in an interview, Opare-Addo revealed that the club held a stakeholders meeting before finalizing the appointment and received support for Dramani's selections. Since his appointment, there hasn't been a single negative comment, which shows he has the full backing of all stakeholders, he said. Dramani tags with reviving Heart of Oak's fortunes after the club finished fourth in the league with 58 points and suffered an early exit in the round of 16 of the FA Cup. Still on sports news, Black Queens of Ghana will face Benin in friendly match on Wednesday, June 25th, as part of their preparation for the 2025 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. The Ghana Football Association confirmed the match, noting that Benin replaces Botswana, which pulled out of their planned encounter. Ghana will play Benin in their second test match ahead of the Total Energies Women's African Cup of Nations. The friendly match is part of the team's build-up to the Continental Tournament, which kicks off on July 5th. The Black Queens defeated Malawi 3-1 on Saturday in their first friendly match and will now play against Benin on June 25th, followed by a match against Nigeria on June 29th. The teams focus on fine-tuning their skills ahead of the WAFCON Open on July 7th, where they will face defending champions South Africa in their first Group C match. In showbiz, an Accra High Court has granted an order for substituted service to be observed on Ghanaian artist Medical. Medical has been sued by the gospel group Alabaster Box for copyright infringement. The group is demanding 15 million in damages. According to lawyers for Alabaster Boxer, the substituted service has become necessary for unsuccessful attempts to personally serve Medical with the right of summons. The court order dated June 12th allows for the substituted service to be carried out via Medical social media handles, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and also through his manager's WhatsApp line and on the court notice board by passing a copy of the right of summon and statement of claim on the High Court notice board, Law Court Complex in Accra, by 7 copies of the right of summon and statement of claims on defendant through his verified social media handles, by 7 a copy through the defendant's manager Kofi Jam on his registered WhatsApp number. Alabaster Box in its right of summon alleged the Medical song Welcome to Africa unlawfully sampled their copyrighted song Akwaba. The group claims that the first 10 seconds of Medical songs are a derivative work of the original composition. Alabaster Box, known for their hit song Akwaba, has been performing for their 3 decades and gained international recognition, including a performance for the late Queen Elizabeth. The group emphasizes that they have invested significantly in promoting their music and own the exclusive copyright to Akwaba in Ghana and the United Kingdom. The lawsuit highlights that Medical song contains expressive profanity and unprintable words. Alabaster Box is seeking 10 million for copyright infringement and an additional 5 million in exemplary damages for defendant's intentional infringement of the plaintiff's copyright, brand association, and for diminishing the group of the copyright work. The group is also asking the court to order Medical to account for all revenues from a song and to withdraw it from all digital platforms. And that is how we end it on News in Brief on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Deborah Adosu. Do well to log on to our streaming platforms as well as logging on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. Do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com. GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide. I'm level bang. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. No on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this is what you say. Baba live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and so now listen. Ebe your fire, 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice. A beautiful good morning to you, wherever you are listening to us from. My name is Pakwesi Omare, a regular host for the morning show. In the studios with me this morning is my beautiful co-host, Esinam. And yes, you know how we do it on a Tuesday morning. We come your way with a come-up segment where we introduce to you a young entrepreneur, someone making the waves in the business world. We discuss their journey, what they are about, and whatever support you can give to them, you give to them. And whatever you can take from their journey to, you equip yourself, inspire yourself with that to chase your own dreams. Without much to say, I will give the platform to AC to introduce our guest this morning. AC?
Yes.
I may introduce you until once we introduce you.
A very good morning to our lovely audience who have joined us on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Yeah. As we do it on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we have the Come Up Show. And I must say that we are fortunate enough to have Mr. Nana Akwesi Edu Poku. Edu Poku.
Yes. Forgive AC. She is from France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she's not
please.
She was actually sounding like a British, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her father's grandfather's cousin.
That's a lie.
Is from France. But Nana, yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
We welcome you to Ghana Talks breakfast show this morning in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for this wonderful platform. Yeah. I'm William Edupokudua.
Yeah.
But I'm well known as Nanakwesi.
Okay.
And then I love the Dupoku, it being my surname. So putting it out there, then I added the Nanakwesi Dupoku on all my social media platforms. I'm a young entrepreneur in the travel and tour business. I've been in the business for about 4 years now. Since 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was in a limelight following the footsteps of some predecessors. So I stood on my own 10 toes from 2023 coming upwards. So from 2023 coming upwards, I've been running my own business and my own operations. And so far, it has been very, very much good.
Oh, I see you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the way you said it, from 2023?
Yeah, from 2023. I've been on my own. And it has been very, very good. It has been very, very positive. Despite every challenges and struggles it's very, very positive. And then it has been God I have to give the credit most to God.
Oh, nice.
Because in this travel and tour business, I know most of you know about it. Many people don't last inside. And even you being a young one being inside, a youth being inside, the struggle is very, very tough.
Okay. Yeah. But Nana, tell us about what you do. What is the name of your travel consult and all that?
The name is Eagle Travel Consult. Eagles Editor Consult.
Okay. Eagles Editor Consult. Edu as in education.
Education and tour.
Brief us about the name.
Yeah,
how you
why
came about
Eagle?
Okay. So I talk about some predecessors. Yeah. And the predecessors I was with, they were using names of flying birds. Okay. So the time I sat down and then I wanted to create something on my own, and they were using travel agency. So when I sat down, I wanted to create something on my own. I said, who is the strongest bird? Who controls the atmosphere or the sky?
Okay.
And then I got the eagle. The eagle have a lot of vision, have strong wings and stuff. So I got the eagle. Then I said, I don't like this travel and tour because I'm not targeting with some name here. Don't feel it. So what will I be doing? I'll be doing study abroad and I'll be doing tour abroad. Okay. Yeah, you go and study abroad. I'll help you to study abroad, get your admission and your visa to study abroad, and I'll be helping you to get tourist visa to tour abroad. Then it's strictly education and tour.
Wow.
So I did the editor consult.
Wow.
Yes, they made it simple.
But why did you decide to focus mainly on education? Because anyone at all can also, come into the business and strictly decide to do tourism or like to explore.
Yeah.
But why mainly education? What was it for you?
Okay. The reason why I studied on education, or I specify in education was the easiest gateway for an immigrant to get a work permit outside there. Is the easiest and the fastest. And even to get a PR, education, study abroad is the easiest and the fastest. You get it. And when I came, my predecessors I was following, they were doing work abroad. And I saw a whole lot of fraud content inside.
Wow.
And I'm a young coming up. I don't want to mingle myself with such and engage myself with such to tarnish my image or bring. So if you want to work abroad, I'll tell you, go and bring your certificate. Okay. So when I do study visa for you, when you get there and you go to school, it's your problem. If you go to school,
that's your cup of tea.
Yes. So that's why I focus only on the education.
But aside that, you do tourism as well?
Yeah, I do tourism as well.
Right.
I do tourism as well. And even Ghana here, this year I started touring in Ghana here with Master. Diasporas. When they come in, I have my own small sonata. And I'll take you to Akosumo, Cape Gold and stuff. Yes. But I was not having that license by Ghana Tourism Authority. I was in the process, so I collaborated with Master. Master, Kwejo the Traveler. He has been in the system for long. So I collaborated with him and I was doing that journey.
Wow, that's great. Let's get into this. There are so many things you could have, involved yourself with. Probably You could even be a preacher,
Yes.
politician. Now politicians are the ones with the money.
Yes.
After them, then the preachers.
Yes.
You could have gone into all these things. You could have gone into tech and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you? What attracted you to
Okay.
education and tourism?
So God have its own way for everybody.
Right.
In this world, there's a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you identify your purpose, life becomes much more easy and simple for you. Growing up, I wanted to be in immigration. I wanted to be in the military. With my height, been through cadet from primary, GHS, SHS. I was even a cadet commander.
Wow.
Okay. So I saw it to be very, very much easy for me to enter into the force work. My aunties and uncles were in the force work. So my eyes were on them. But after SHS, go to university. So I tried the university. I went to Ghana Telecom. I did my diploma in IT. Oh, I've gotten diploma, push me in. Go and do your degree. I finished degree, push me in. And then another story was cooking up. So when the story, alongside the ways of my money got dimisika. Yes, me sika dimisika. What I say, me call fake medicals near the moment dimisika. So the struggle on.
Yeah.
Then an auntie brought an idea and said, travel to Portugal. That was the first time I did my passport.
Okay.
So me doing my passport, how did they do it? I mean, questions. I like asking questions.
Good.
I like asking questions, and I like disturbing a lot. How did they do it? How do we go about it? So I got an idea about how to apply for a passport. I got a link at the passport office too. That if someone wants to do passport, I just link the person to do the passport. Then now I start with the Portugal application. Till they come talk, it will cost me around 200,000 Ghana cedis.
200,000.
200,000.
That's
Work
like
per-
2 billion.
2 billion, yes. Work permit for Portugal. I was sitting in the car, then he said it. So, when I'm then in me, I got pissed off, but I can't say it out because wow. What I say, okay. Now, now what 2 billion for me, maybe you are Ghana, and I'm what I say.
200,000 can actually establish.
Yes, the 200,000 I can't Ghana city in Unica. It was $25,000. Something like $25,000. I simple amount.
Wow.
It was not on $25,000, and I mean, me sharp mind, me converting music. It's around 200,000 above south. So no, if you have this money, give it to me to set something. And also by stories. But I got in line with the connection man. And I was talking to the connection man, I said, okay, then let me do my research on YouTube about these things.
Yeah.
So I did my research, and around that time too, one of my aunties wanted to join her husband at USC.
Yeah.
The husband is a citizen.
Okay.
So I used her as a case study.
Wow.
But ne fire.
Sure.
It's a fire, you know. Then I got called by one of my cousins that will be traveling to me for me IT knowledge, you know. Embe Buano.
Okay.
So me too, I love research because me boy me auntie and I am there. So others were bringing gigs. Oh, me yeah application. I was doing it for free. Oh, now my steady permit I'm be no enya. No my tour I'm be no enya. I'm saying no, then I should merchandise this. Yeah. And my predecessors, I always mention that I got a chance to work with an immigration consultant, Canadian immigration consultant. Nano Sebon, so big ups to him. He's in Canada now. He's a Canadian citizen, a Ghanaian citizen.
Wow.
So I followed this man for about a year and a half. Yes. So I was learning from them, and the work was on me. And all what they do is they will take the gig and come, do it this way, they will guide me. Yeah. So way back 2021 I was coming, I said, then let me merchandise it because the salary was not catching up. Sometimes it does not come. So when I do it on my own, I'll see my own money. I'll know how to manage my own money. And as I was with them, what I was learning much was problem management.
Okay.
Because traveling tour comes with a lot of problems. It comes with a lot of negative energies. So I was learning problem management. How did they manage their problems? What consumed them? That was when I ran from the work abroad.
Because
so initially you were in it. Initially you were
Yeah, that was what my predecessors were doing.
Oh, okay.
You know, everybody want to travel and go and work. So then when they put it out there, work abroad, before you come in the morning, like 30 people.
Already waiting. No, I just got
20,000, 15,000, and no work him.
Yeah, now you're down, Moka.
That was a hot cake.
Then, the penny for. Like my boss, I mentioned his name. 20,000 yen is kind to crowd by Jukra. What I say? Aha, I know legal backgrounds be a bit me no. I play, but me was I don't know. So I just have to play safe.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah, that's why I ran from work abroad.
So the going to Portugal thing,
it never happened.
It was a story, but it boosted me.
It
boosted me. You know, when they chopped my money for immigration, I was in my room crying, reading some, I think, 2 Kings chapter something. Yes, wow. I was using 2 Kings to pray and cry every night. Yes. So when I was praying and crying, God, let me be an immigration officer. Immigration officer. It didn't come to pass, but last year I faced some challenges, had a lot of money, and I was sitting down calculating. If I was to be an immigration officer, will I be having these opportunities? Will I be having these incomes? Then I met a prophet, and the prophet told me that you've prayed a prayer before to become an immigration officer. I said, yes, it's true. I even cried praying that prayer. God have answered the prayer. I said, how? Also, you are an immigration consultant. So God have answered your prayer, but in a grand style. You get it.
That's true.
That's true.
So the journey so far, how has it been? The challenges, the benefits, and
the challenges was trust. Yes.
To get people to trust you.
No one will trust you.
I think getting people to trust you or
your
service.
If you tell me you take me abroad, have you been there before?
No.
Why should I believe you?
Exactly.
Why should I trust you?
So that became a challenge.
The first challenge you face is trust.
Okay. But have you had clients so far?
I have a lot of clients. I have a lot of clients outside. How I got CSF, it was through a client. Yes, one of your managers. I did Portugal for him. You'll be going to Portugal, I think, July.
Okay.
And I'll like you, when I'm working with you, I'll tell you, give me your portfolio. So I read your portfolio to design everything for you. So in the portfolio, then I saw GhanaTalks Radio. He's a manager, and I said, oh, wow, it's a night platform. Put me on.
Oh, wow.
So when the visa came in, I said, Jen, I've done yours for you, but I want you to put me on this.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So, were you not traveling before starting this?
Yeah.
And then the trust being the problem.
Yeah.
How did you maneuver through that to then get clients for yourself?
Yeah, it's a very, very great question.
Yeah.
It was difficult. Very, very difficult. You know, trust came in first. I prayed. Okay, I should bring the prayer in. It's a key factor. Yeah. I prayed and the trust came. So when the trust...
we have different types of prayers. So which of them?
Sure, I fasted and prayed.
The Christian
prayer.
Okay.
I fasted and prayed.
Me, I'm a traditionalist.
No, I believe in all spirituality. I'm a spiritual person.
Okay. Last year I was a Buddhist. This year I've become a traditionalist.
Then you have to check yourself.
Thank you.
Jenny now So when I prayed, there were prophecies because I wanted to do the thing. The reason why even it pushed me, someone once asked me, now that when I saw the SOB traveling consultant, pushed me on. The fraud inside killed my soul. Because I've been fraud for immigration before. Ghana immigration. Yeah, I bought from there. Oh, I'll help you. Me share 15,000. I'm going to make call fake medicals. Now, mama, what's nephew? The fraud inside, the painful aspect is the time wasting. It's not the money I've paid. Timothy Fie, the whole of 2020, 2021. Oh, and now back call. Oh, what's number call next batch? Oh, call. Somebody your medical. Oh, call. I feel the IMF, IMF needed. Oh, Charlie, they played with my mind for a long time. So when I entered with my predecessors and I saw that content in, then I started to feel uncomfortable. It's not that the work can't be done. The work can be done. So why do you take someone's money and then you play with the person's emotion and feeling? Some push forward to let people go and sell their properties and bring the money. Some talk to the people like they are sitting at the embassy, they're issuing visas. How? So first thing that triggered me to do this was the fraud aspect. It was killing my soul. It was pinning me. You get it? So when I step out, I just wanted to be different. See that there is light in this. There is chance in this. It's real. It can be done. Yeah. So I've been on some radio station before. As I said, the prayer prophecies too have come in. I have to work towards the prophecies. So I started with Uber.
Okay.
Human driving license is going to take someone's bit for Uber. When you sit in, I'll preach you. And I'll tell you, I'm a traveling consultant.
Okay.
If anyone wants to travel, let me know.
Get in touch.
Just get in touch. So I've marketed my year marketing, my year media, BBS, I'm an IT guy. Nothing was pulling out. Nothing was pulling out. So
and you still didn't give up?
Giving up? What option do you have? I played University 2017. Did NAPCO. After NAPCO, nothing.
Your money self no come.
My money self no they come. When you go to Osu cantonment, meaning baby I'm receiving me certificates in me. Yes, I took it me choir for restaurants. They should employ me to give me 700 Ghana a month. Yes, at a point of time, a manager is it chicken and wine? Chicken and wine. He called me one season and said, your CV is way much heavier than me to employ you.
At least he was honest with you.
Yes. Because I've been NASPA organizer, Eastern Region, NASPA organizer, East Akem District, GTUC campus organizer.
Then why didn't you just go into politics? I mean, you had all the basic foundations.
We were having some chats here and too. My mom was a politician. I'm a politician as well.
Great.
I'm a politician as well. But you get it at the right time.
The low key.
And you said about preacher. I'm a preacher too as well.
Oh nice. Congrats.
So the Uber, when you sit in, I'll preach you, tell you about myself. Preach you, tell you about myself. Although they call, but I had another challenge from there. Where is your office?
Wow.
Where is your office? I was not brought up in Accra. I have no family in Accra. My only family was my auntie, and I can't stay with my auntie. So even where to sleep was a problem. Yet to get an office. So that one to pray have to come in. I started my prayer and my fasting with the Uber again and again. One day randomly, the first person who blessed me, I've met the person once, but I'm glad to say that the person is in USA now.
Wow.
I met the person face to face once. Hello, Kaya. Mr. Francis, God bless you. So I was driving and I had a call. Hello, is this Mr. William? Yes. I've heard about you. I've seen you out there. I want you to help me to get admission to Canada and travel to Canada to study. How much will it cost me? Like joke. Even I didn't know the amount I was mentioning. Yes. It will cost you $5,000. Initial deposit for school application is $1,000. What is your Momo number?
Just like that.
The person no see me before.
Wow.
As I talk, we did 30 minutes. No one sent 12,000 cedis. A gumi Momo so.
That day no na upon
Uber no.
Na upon.
So God being so good, this guy got admission.
Wow.
And did visa application, he got refused. Refused. That was another challenge I was coming to face. So when this guy paved the way, I don't know. That's how God does his thing. It was just coming in.
Wow.
It was just coming in.
So, but when they refused him the initial...
That's the next change of... the next challenge. The next step of challenge. It was not only him they refused. I said when he opened the way, more was coming. So from 2023, I think September coming down was to January 2024. I had more clients and they paid huge money.
Wow.
Yes.
And they were all refused?
All refused.
Hey.
Some were even military men.
Wow.
So how was their reaction?
That's it. That was one of my toughest challenge.
Yeah.
But you know, I told you when I was following my predecessors, what was I learning?
How do you control
Problem management.
Problems.
And problem solving. I was learning that.
Wow.
So I know when we start, they have to be a contract, they have to be an agreement.
And all
But
that.
they are different kind of people. I have people who have gone to contract with them. It went sideways. They came with Nima boys on me. Only people will go. Only man to man. You get it.
Yeah.
So on the January 2024 to February, it really hits me. They refuse a Canada verse. That year, Canada verse, it verse on my refuse as an engineer.
Wow.
Yeah. And my predecessors I was following, they were strictly doing Canada.
Oh, okay.
No other country. Because then time Canada was very soft. Every most of the traveling agents, they started with Canada. It's very soft. Yes.
Okay.
So when it came like that, Charlie, I was calling my pastor, I was praying and praying and praying. The people I thought they would attack me most, they were the people encouraging me.
Wow.
The military men. They will call me. Oh, it's part of life. Refusal is part of application. Don't worry, we'll try again next time. Don't worry, we'll try again next time.
But was it something you were not doing right for them to refuse you, or?
Ohima, everything pepe. I've studied the thing. Now, no, this anybody I made $5,000. It's the $5,000 now to win. Press or beji. Will you think of making a mistake to lose that money?
No.
But
you get it.
But when they refuse you, or something, do you refund them their monies?
You get it. When you get the crackers and the people, sorry to use the word, inhuman, then people know. That was when it get difficult. So I just go on the basic like, if you come and apply for remedial, you pay for your remedial classes, and then I teach you, give you even a pop. You go and you fail. Will you go back to the remedial school for your money?
No.
And in the contract, I state in, if you pay me 10,000 Ghana cedis, your visa fee, can you go to Canada for your visa fee?
No,
Canada,
obviously
your
not.
visa fee is part of documentation is part. You get it?
Yeah.
If I have to book a conference for you to get invitation, all of them is part. But you still get people who will come give me my whole money.
So how do you handle those people?
That's it. It got to some time God has been by my side, and then I will not let only you one bad nut to come and spoil all the nuts in my mouth.
So you pay them back?
I pay. I've paid a lot.
Oh, okay.
Then that's you making the loss to your
Big
people.
loss. But I said God has been by my side, and I'll not let you that one bad nut to come and spoil the whole nut in mine.
Because
So when you go, your guilty conscience will fight you.
that's another
You
one.
get it? Because there are many fraudsters travel agents around. You don't pay this petty money you pay to me to them. They when they talk $5,000, you pay the whole $5,000 to them. Some of them you will not even see them again. You will not even step at an embassy. There are a whole lot of fraud issues around.
Yeah.
But I've been honest with you, break down things with you like a brother man. And then because you have the Nima boy, you say you come at me, I have no problem. The God who started with me with that nothing and brought me here, when I give it to you, you know how to give it to me back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So I've paid a lot.
Okay.
I've paid a lot.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Don't you want to travel?
Oh, I would love to travel and study.
Yeah, traveling is good.
I
Traveling
have
is
some
very,
money.
very positive.
I have
Yeah.
some money.
It's
I
very,
want to.
very,
Yeah.
very
So
positive.
so aside what you do, when people want to travel, do you kind of like give them maybe consultation, counseling?
Yeah,
And then,
when you call me, the first thing I tell you, I'm not about your money.
okay.
I'm about the credibility.
Okay.
I want to last long in this business. Yes. And I have, because of that, I don't want to really solely base on this business. So I set up different businesses.
Okay.
So when you come, I will not use greed and hunger to charge you. Because I have other source of income coming in.
Right.
Okay.
You get it. Most of the travel agencies that do that is travel and turn also. Into nipa ba ho ba ya onim se ni wiase nyina ayeden aba.
Okay.
No di ne hu nyina gu no so no gi ne sika kese.
Right.
And the painful aspect is most of them crowd Jews can you the computer cry assume any application
they can do.
They don't have any, they don't know any link. They don't know nothing about the business.
So it's just about defrauding people.
Yeah, defrauding people. So if you meet me, you call me connection man, I say please, I'm not a connection man. I'm a traveling consultant. I'm schooling at IATA. I'm trying to get my IATA certificate as a traveling consultant.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I want to be professional.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've won 2 awards so far.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, I won all the 2 this year, and then next month I've been nominated for another award that I'm going for too.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at a few things before our time catches up. How does one secure a legitimate travel and steady opportunity?
It's a pathway that firstly your certification. Ghana here your certification. Okay. Be able to remember me to kind question acquire study abroad. Eco study abroad. We need certificate be our Ghana. What yes, SS no crown when we. What I say? The first thing first, you have to be recognized by an institution in Ghana with a certificate. You get it, SHS certificate or your tertiary or your diploma certificate. Then the next step is we apply for the school. Maybe if you want to go to Canada, USA, you apply for the school over there. Okay. When you get your certification, the application there is on me. So that one day, if you give me your certification, I'll tell you sleep. I can do the other jobs for you to get your admission. After the admission is the visa application. When you get admission, it does not mean 100% you are need to get a visa. You can be refused, but refusal is not denial, and refusal is not banned. What is most fearful or most dangerous is for you to be banned.
It's for you to be banned.
When you get refused, you check the letter. Okay, they said this and that and that. Readdress it and reapply. That's it. That's so the journey. You start with your certification in Ghana. You apply for the school abroad. When the admission comes, you attach your documents. You apply for the visa, then embassy, and then it goes through.
Wow, that's nice. So what's the reality like living in abroad and then working? Is it really for greener pastures? Because we've heard a lot about the other side.
For sure. Traveling is very, very much positive. I have people I've helped to travel and I still stay in contact with them.
But you have not traveled.
I'm coming. Some of them even push me and ask me the same question. Why haven't you come and stuff? But as much as I know them, I know many people too who has been there and come back and struggling in Ghana. Yeah, I was talking to your manager. I want to design a program about Akwentu Munsem.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. It's a 50-50 job. I'm a traveling consultant. I'm not destroying my job.
Yeah.
I'm telling the truth, the honest.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 job. You get it? You get to be very hard. Get to be very hard. If you're a family man, crampo there,
then
assembly is different.
Wow.
You get it? Because you'll be having a divided attention. You get it? Yes. But traveling, very, very positive. As I have guys who I've helped to travel, they are there, they are forcing me to come. So most times, when you're on your low, that one I can push you to travel. When you're on your low, I can push you to travel, and I'll advise some place, consult you on some places you have to go and what you have to do to survive. But if you're stable in the country, I will not advise you to follow someone and go. You get it? I will travel. I have traveled. Even August, I'll be in Morocco, then Spain. You get it? I'll travel. I've traveled. You get it? But I'm setting up much businesses here that when I go, and even I don't feel the environment, and I'm coming back, no stress. I have people, they come to me, they've stayed in Germany for 5 years. Some have stayed in other country, Italy, for many years. and then something happened. They brought them back, and
They
sometimes
have
to buy
nothing to
water is difficult.
Survival. Wow.
Survival is hard because they didn't build anything here. When they were up there, they didn't get trusted people to put fund to them.
Right.
So everything they went to struggle for, the greener pastures you say you go set for. You go and search for greener pastures for 7 years, so you came back to 0. Did you go to search for greener pastures?
Wow.
You get it? And these people too will tell me, I to them, I dine with them, I take them to church because me, my everything is God. I take them, and they will tell me, yeah, Crutch, when you go there, William, when you go there, there are people they even wish to come back by plane tickets. I go to me say, and that for me.
Wow.
And that for so. Oh, better me ni mukura no wani nya den a make a say masa kobo a ho bra.
Okay. Now there are a lot of consultancies out there.
Yeah.
I once you are eagle, there could be sparrow.
Oh, there is dove.
There is lions.
Yeah.
But amongst all of them, why should one consider or entrust their traveling process with Eagle's editor consult?
Okay. One.
Yeah.
As I chose the Eagle, I watch ahead.
Okay.
I watch ahead. I don't watch today. Okay. When you sit in front of me, I'm not watching you today. I'm watching you afar. You get it?
Yeah.
You can say I have the third eye. I don't mind. You get it? I don't match with the spirituality.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like to dirty myself. You get it? So you can sit in front of me, have billions, and if I don't feel like I have to push you to travel or I have to help you to travel, I will not do it. I'll just tell you go and come back. You get it? If you give me your story, and it's a honest story, and I have to help you out of my heart without taking anything, I'll do it for you.
Wow. I have a story.
When it comes to story, I can give you my phone. You see a lot of stories. You see a lot of stories.
Don't mind.
You get
it. She knows the story. She's my testimony to that story.
Please, I'm not here.
So, when you hear of something, go and read about something, and you come to me, oh, Mati say me, I'll sit you down, brief you, talk to you about it. I always tell people, I'm not here for the money. The money they need, they are me.
Okay.
But I'm here to make the name, so that man political ambition you talk about, it will be faithful.
Okay.
Okay. So that man preaching ambition you talk about, it will be trusted.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So that when one day I hit the sky, someone say, yeah, that guy, I know that guy. Yeah, I know that. You know, Aquawi. Hey, Aquawi no yemi say. Don't give someone a prayer topic about you. Don't give someone a chance to pray about you or talk to God about you. So that's the only reason you can choose Eagle. But if you want any other connection here, you can go. But the only way you can choose Eagle is about the vision, it's about the spirituality, and it's about the family.
Okay.
Everyone I had visa for, I've done visa for, I'm a family with the person. As I'm sitting here now, I can call someone, tell me £100 today I had it. And within 24 hours, I'll get £100.
Wow.
Because my building family now.
Yeah, sure.
What I say?
Sure.
Right.
I told them one day, if I want to come and stand for the MP or the president, it be those people there now. They will fund my policies.
Yeah.
So if I push it there, I'm telling you, maybe you might think I'm losing. I've no lose. 7 years time, you come and fund me.
Good.
That's nice.
Okay. So, what would you say to anyone out there who actually like to venture into what you're doing?
The way is open. As you can see, I'm an open person, free person. Any day, anytime, you can call on me. We can talk. I have people I've discussed traveling with 3 years time before they show up. I have people I've discussed traveling 6 months time before they show up. I will not pressure you. I'll give you the necessary ways to go through it.
Where's your office?
My office is at Nyamiche.
Nyamiche.
La Paz, Nyamiche, close to the mosque.
Okay.
Close to the mosque on top of the story building.
Okay.
That's where my office is. Yes.
So how how can one get in touch with you when
okay.
they want to consult you?
Yeah, I think I'll leave my telephone number.
Okay,
online,
yeah, you can
my
mention
social
it.
media platform.
So mention it to the audience.
Okay, 0246 403541. Anytime, any day, you can call WhatsApp or 027 05 77 235. Anytime, any day, you can call or WhatsApp. You can check out some of my artworks on TikTok, Nana Kwesi Edupoku, Facebook, Nana Kwesi Edupoku, Instagram, Eagles Edutor, and Nana Crutch on Instagram. You can know much about me at all these platforms. Yeah, you can get in touch at all these platforms.
Is it?
Yeah.
Anything you would have for Nana Kwesi Edupoku before we discharge him?
I don't really have much to say, but as you've mentioned that you hate for the fact that people will call you connection man, because that's not what you stand for.
For sure.
You are into the business genuinely, and I like for the fact that when people come to you and they tell you they want to travel, you consult them in a form, you give them the advice, you counsel them the do's and then the don'ts. I think that's a great one out there that most travel and tour agencies are not really much into. What they are looking for is your money.
The money, yeah.
And I like that for you. And I must say that I'm really impressed. You should continue that way.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
Yeah, and Nana, what do you have for us? Your last words before you leave the studios.
So my first time at a radio station, I said this and I'll say it again. Traveling is a dream. Before you travel, your spirit have to be there. So if you never had any dream of traveling, never take any step to travel. Dream about it, think about it, search about it before you take a step out to even start any visa application. Don't hear that people are going to Canada so you want to go.
Right.
Don't hear that people are going to UK so you want to go. People are going to Dubai, UAE so you want to go. Please, sit down. There is Google. There is ChatGTP. There's a whole lot of research platform. Search about it. Does it fit you? Will you survive there? Even don't search only about, sometimes God will give you only the good aspect. Search the dangerous aspect, the disadvantages of being in this area, disadvantage of being in this area. When you are certain, now you can call me. We will take on.
Right.
All right. Thank you very much, Nana Kwesi Edupoku.
Yeah, we have some traveling work abroad offers to the Poland, Dubai. Dubai is fast that within 2 weeks it will be done, and then within 10 days you have to fly. So Poland, Dubai, and I think Turkey too. Yes, it's a warehouse job, so everyone can apply. Yes. So you call me, I'll give you my details about that one too.
Okay. So once again, thank you, Nana, for making time with us on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, the Kama segment this morning. We will get in touch once our passports are delivered. It is still with Okujetu. He will deliver it.
Don't worry, you will bring it. He's doing a very great job. He's doing a very great job. I'll give him thumbs up. Because I think 2 weeks 2 weeks ago, I was doing passport application for someone. I said, wow. They are doing the job. As forcing is forcing, Okujeto used to Okujeto is. Nice. They are doing the job. Your passport application has been very, very much simple. And within 10 days, your passport. And then time now, within 3 months, Uncle came over here. Oh my God, that one day I give them thumbs up. Okay.
All right, so that was Nana Kwesi Edupoku on the Kabam segment this morning with me and Esinam. On GhanaTalks Radio. This is where we end the first segment of the show. We will be coming back very soon with a second segment where we bring you the political discussions. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide. I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things set about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. Not tune in, and say this is what you see, but live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and this now. Listen, I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wadding, Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today. Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We are back again to bring you the second segment of the show. Today we have Bismarck representing the NDC and Joseph, who will be representing the NPP. He's almost here. He will be joining us very soon. But yeah, Bismarck. Good morning, Chief. Bismarck is setting up to fire up
this is
this
Ghana
morning.
Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
But yes, don't forget to join the conversation on all our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Our WhatsApp lines are very active. You can join the conversation in there with 0202 544614, 0202 544614. Our YouTube channel is Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio. Now, Bismarck.
Yes, boss.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Charlie. How has everything been so far?
By the grace of God, all is well.
We thank God.
Yeah.
We thank God. We thank God. Yesterday we heard the fuel has dropped and all that by 7%. Your party is trying their best, but you are failing in the fight against Galamsey. You promised to revoke the LI. The president promised, Sami Jemfi of Gold Board promised, like, what exactly is the problem with this LI thing that you people can't just get it off the hooks? Because this is something which is legitimately permitting people to mine in our environmental reserves. And we see the consequences of Galamsey. People giving birth to deformed babies and all that. And we still can repeal the LI that permits people to do that. You campaign with it whilst you were in opposition. Now you are in power and nothing to show for it.
Yeah. So, thank you very much. NDC has come to save Ghana, and as the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. Yeah, and looking at where we are as a country, it does not take a one-day wonder or by magic to transform some of these things or to bring these changes to at once.
We understand.
It should be a gradual process. Yes, and with that gradual process, you need to put in place a lot of things before you can now say, okay, now I want to make this move. I quite remember when Nanado's was trying to fight against this galamsey issue. Somewhere around the central region, where this money was kind of so vigorous, he tried to stop the people from the mining. But as a human being, before you make some initiative, you have to sit down and think through the initiative. Yeah, the galamsey we all know is something against us as a people, and all of us in the country, we don't want it, and we want it to be stopped. But then we also look at it in the other angle that people don't have a livelihood, and that is why they are going underground to mine.
But and see, I get where you are heading to, but as you clearly mentioned earlier with your submission that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Exactly.
See, the LI, which permits people to mine in our environmental reserves, is the first step we are talking about.
Sure.
So if you want to achieve that 1,000 miles, what is stopping you from taking that first step? This LI is the easiest to be revoked. Do you know why? Because you have the majority in parliament now.
Sure.
And so if your party is really ready to combat this galamsey menace, the easiest thing to do is just the way you woke up one day and amended the 1D levy thing. You can still do it. You have the majority in parliament.
Sure.
So what is stopping you?
Sure.
We can't use the excuse of people trying to seek livelihood. What about those people who are also suffering from the menace, from the consequences?
Sure.
See, we are fortunate to be here, to have water to drink when we wake up, to have water to bath, to have water to cook.
Sure.
There are areas where the it's disappointing. I will tell you, it's disappointing on behalf of your party and the president. It is very disappointing.
So
to promise that you revoke the LI and then make a U-turn of saying you will amend it.
Yeah, so we NDC is not making a U-turn because we just started the government, and I would say how many months? This is the fifth 6 month.
So how
within.
long? How long do you think we should suffer from the consequence of galamsey before the president takes steps?
Yeah, that's why I said it's a gradual process. The government is a body that it takes time and it takes a lot of consideration in terms of implementing some of these policies. And I am very sure that NDC will not disappoint the people of Ghana based on this. And so all we need to do is just remain resolute and then remain focused and remain patient so that they will work according to the timeline. Because if you want to put so much pressure, at the end of the day, maybe we don't know what we are considering before they revoke or repeal the LI. So if we want to put pressure on the government, we will do it, but the subsequent effect that will come, probably we are talking about the effect of galamsey. Maybe after repealing it without looking into it, the effect that will come after us might even be more than the effect of galamsey. That is why there is a need for us to give the government some time, so that we are not saying give us 3-4 years, but give the government some time. Let's remain patient and then see how best they will be able to address this issue for us. NDC is not like Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia government who will come and lie to the people of Ghana and go and sit in their comfort zone.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Joe, welcome.
Thank you.
The NDC is telling us that the galamsey now needs time. The same people who said it could be stopped in a week or two, they are now saying they are only 6 months in power, so we should give them time.
Good morning to the viewers out there, and a very good morning to Mandela. That's the incoming Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer, and the National organizer in the person of Honorable Titus Glover. Good morning to them all. And then my boss Valentino Nino Enote, the former parliamentary candidate for Kolikote. I want to quote the exact words of Sam George. I, Sam George Nati, if President Mahama comes to power, I am going to be on his neck to make sure he stop Galamsey now. When John Mahama does not stop Galamsey, I, Sam George, I'm going to be on his neck through his administration. Today, where is Sam George?
He's fighting for the.
Today, where is Sam George? Where is Ekujato Ablakwa? Where is Sami Jenfi? Where is Malik? They are all mute because Yamomo appointment, they've given them positions just to shut their mouth up. Just to shut their mouth up.
So was that the same thing that shut your people's mouth up?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
You could see when we were in government, we were putting measures in place to make sure we stop Galamsey.
Okay.
Even though you will not get it 100%, but we made an attempt. We went to the mouth, arresting people, burning excavators, doing a whole lot of things.
And some excavators also flying into the
I
excavators.
know the
500 of them.
They're
flying excavators.
You understand? We did all this.
Yeah.
And then you are telling us that you could use 1 day, 1 week to stop Galamsey. Yet you're in office for 6 good months. Just a few days for you to get your 6 months. And then yet you are here telling us we should give you more time. What time do you need? Because when you were coming into office, you were campaigning about it. You were telling Ghanaians in your first 120 days, you are going to make sure you tackle Galamsey. Galamsey is part of your first 120 days project. So why are you telling us we should give you more time again? The 120 days as you've exceeded.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to tell Ghanaians? Are you trying to come and lick our brains with your juicy policies you are bringing out there, trying to impress Ghanaians, and then at the end of the day, you doing the right thing, you're not doing it?
Okay.
Yes. NDC is full of scam.
Oh, you have your time.
NDC is full of scam. There are people you can never trust.
Okay.
There are people you can never and never try.
That's fair.
Come on. Charlie, we are sick and tired of this. Just do the needful. Just do the needful. The way you are moving about arresting people, hijacking people, do the same to Galamsey.
Okay.
You said you set up a committee of I don't know what's the name called, the blue garden, then the river guard, or then what are they doing now?
We'll get there.
What are they doing now? And then you are here coming to tell me, why Massa, do the needful. Someone will say, you are kissing the ass. Don't kiss the ass. Hit it.
Okay.
So Bobia, Odi Abane yen say, Bono say yes.
Okay.
Tiano. Oh, next time don't do that. Are you joking? Are you serious?
Gentlemen, let's get into the main conversations for the day. And for the sake of time, we'll be doing 5 minutes each on every topic. So if you want to have a rebuttal, you fix it in your 5 minutes on your submission on a particular subject, because we are quite behind time this morning. And getting into the first topic for the day, we know by statistics that Ghana spends over $500 million on chicken importation annually. And this is something that we all can attest to the fact that if we are able to produce our own products here, chicken products here, look at the job opportunities it is going to produce to our local farmers, and even the revenue it is going to save us as a country and as a people. So in opposition, we heard the Greek minister speak most of these things last week. A forum where the Santihene made mention or encouraged or admonished the agric minister to cut cost on importation of food products so that we do much more of our own production here. Fast forward to this weekend, there was an agri-fest ceremony organized, and the agric minister was there. He said that, I don't know if it was in response to what the Sandhine said, but in one of his submissions, he made mention that we are too low on poultry production to place a ban on chicken importation. What do you make of? Do you think this is a valid call, or because people say that if the need is there, why then don't we place the ban, which will encourage or force us to produce more to meet our needs? Because once we are still opening that doors to import for the sake of people's benefits and their profits, we are going to still remain reluctant to produce from our own coffers. So if we place the ban, then it's going to force us to produce to meet our targets. But yes, this has been the conflicting discourse on this. What do you make of the submission of the agri minister? Joe, I'll take you first.
Amari.
Yes, sir.
To me, it's a no to me. Because one, we are trying to tell Ghanaian farmers that the work they are doing is not enough, or they are not doing the work, or their production is very poor for Ghanaians to purchase it. That is, to me, it's a very big insult to the farmers out there, because if you are saying they produce low, and then due to that we cannot stop we cannot ban importation of poultry, then what are you doing as agric minister over there? What is your duty? Because I know of the deputy is also into farming. That's Don Dumelo.
Yeah,
he is into farming.
Yeah.
Just last week Friday, we had a forum, and then we invited him, and then the forum was about entrepreneurship. He came to talk basically about poultry. He told us that you can use a day if your chickens are to lay eggs, a day you can get more than 4,000 eggs. And then if one farmer is to get 4,000 eggs each and every day, Omari, isn't it going to help us in the country? We'll stop importing. Now we'll be dependent on our local eggs to so then I think it's going to help us in the country, rather than we importing each and every day. We are imported and see the amount of money we put into that. Are we moving on as a country, or what? Because
do you think we have enough?
Yes, we have enough to do that. Those monies we are using to import, can't we channel those monies and then give it to the farmers? Because I listened to the agric minister. He made a statement that how do you call it, the Nkukon Kitchen project, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised Ghanaians, and then he said they are going to give 50. They are going to register about 500 people into the Nkukon Kitchen project program, and then they are going to give them 400 or so, 400 poultry, so that they can feed, and then also they are going to make sure they reduce the feed price for them, so that at least they can purchase, so they can feed the poultry, so that at the end of the day they will grow faster, and then it will help us in the country. So what's preventing that? Still you are saying we can't. So those monies you are using into channel those monies into the feed, and then the farmers invest into them, and then I believe we are going to make a lot out of it.
Okay. But before I leave you on this issue, don't you think that if we should place that ban right now, it is also going to affect the business of other people?
How?
People import these chickens into the country to sell, to make a livelihood. So if we are, placing that ban, are we also looking at the effect it is going to have on?
So, Omari,
yes,
we are not saying they should stop importing now. but I should what progressive.
Okay. But isn't that the same thing the agriculture is saying?
Yeah. No, he's saying that as it stands now, we can't ban it. Now, yes, we cannot ban it. So what are the measures you are putting in place to make sure we reduce the cost of importation?
Okay.
If we import 4,000, we can put measures in place to minimize it to, let's say, 2,000.
Okay.
So those 2,000, we can, get it from our local farmers here. Rather than we importing 4,000 each and every day or each and every month, we import 4,000.
Okay.
But when we put measures in place, we can be able to reduce it from 4,000 to 2,000.
Okay.
Gradually, we'll stop the importation automatically.
Okay.
The businessman that goes out there to bring the goods in, we can do it here in our country.
Okay.
Let me use Safo Kantanka as an example.
Your time is up, so can you wrap it up for me?
Safo Kantanka as an example.
Yeah.
He manufactures cars in this country, but yet we move out there to go and import cars into the country. If we start buying or start purchasing his own, Ghanaians are going to see, our ministers are using Kantanka's
cars.
Yes. Why don't we channel into it? We going out there to bring it into the country. Now, when you import it and you bring it at the port, you're going to pay dues, tax, and a whole lot.
But Joe, do you know that with this Safo Kantanka thing, the last time government purchased cars for presidential convoy, do you know the last time it was done? It was done by your government.
Yes, I know.
And did you buy from Kantanka?
Yes, most of the cars.
No. Did you buy from Kantanka?
No, we didn't buy.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
But
Ojo is fine. Jojo is fine. Your time is up.
Omari.
Your time is up. Eh?
Omari.
Your time is. What do you want? You 1 minute.
Omari. But at least most of our cars, that's some of the military cars. I say the police cars that they are using. Some of them are from Kantanka.
Okay.
So what's preventing this government also trying? I'm not saying they should go in there, but I'm saying that we should try and patronize our country destiny. Because if you look at Dr. Bamia's policy, he said we are going to depend solely in our country, because there are a lot of things we do that we will stop importing.
The same Bawumia
who just left power.
Like
yes, it's part of his policies that he was bringing to help Ghanaians.
And he couldn't inculcate that when he was 8 years in power.
Come on, Amari. That was why he brought in this manufacturing cars into the country. They should come and then assemble the cars here in the country.
Bawumia was the one who brought them.
No, it is. No. It was under our government.
Okay.
It was under our government, so automatically, when the credit gaps, it will go to Bawumia. The same way when the government feels this thing will also they will also blame Bawumia for that.
Okay.
You understand my point?
That's fair.
So if we are doing this, then what shows that we don't have the vision of trying to champion into we depending on our country, we buying and then manufacturing in our own country than going outside to import things.
Okay.
So this clearly to show that MPP has a vision of depending on the country, local than going out there to bring foreign things into the country.
Okay, thank you there, Joe. Bismarck.
Yes, boss.
You're a Greek minister.
Yeah.
Looking at what he's saying now, how valid is this call? Because the amount we spend on importing these chickens into the country is huge. We are talking about in excess of $500 million annually. So if we channel this money to support local farmers, don't you think that is rather going to bring us more revenue and stability?
Okay. I want to say a shout out to my brother, comrade Isaac A. Bloomberg. Yeah, Isaac is a passionate comrade whom he wants me to be around in all of his WhatsApp platforms. So I want to say shout out to you and keep the good work for NDC. God bless you. All right, so poultry importation, I think NDC has come to deliver this country from a lot of challenges and difficulties that we are going through, where the past government came and it was like they are only interested in the public purse and spending the money without thinking what they can do to make sure they release the people from the difficulties that we find ourselves. Yeah, so as we were talking about the Galamsey issue, yes, you have a promise to the people. So in a way, you have to also look at what you can do to make sure that in as much as you try to liberate the people from difficulties, you don't in other way paint them in other side of their body. Yeah, so that is why we make some of these promises, and then we have to look at it. Those that are easily implementable, we do it as it is said. Those that have to be looked at, we look at it and then frame it in a way, not trying to dodge the problem, but then to solve it to the benefit of the people.
Okay.
So poultry importation, the agri minister, I think he has been thinking for the people of Ghana in the right direction, because when you say maybe you buy cassava for your family, and then now this year 2025 you decide I don't want to buy cassava again, now I want to feed myself with my own cassava that I produce. But before then, you don't go to stop buying the cassava when you have not started your own cassava farm.
Okay.
You don't even know if the cassava farm that you are starting, either the yield will be sufficient enough, the weather will support you, the condition of the farm will be feasible for you to get that yield to be able to support your family. Okay. Then you stop buying of the cassava
from outside.
In that sense, I think you want to kill your family. It's not that you are trying to release yourself from planning. So the agri minister has been reasoning for the people of Ghana in the sense that NDC has come to release the people of Ghana from the difficulties that we find ourselves. And looking at the importation of poultry, President Mahama said it is a shame on us as people of Ghana, because if we cannot do anything as Ghanaians, then production of poultry shouldn't be a challenge for us.
Okay.
So the maximum amount of money that we use to import poultry is a big disgrace on our part. And that is why the NDC is thinking of how we can do to be able to stop this importation. Yeah, you said 500 million US dollars is used for annually. Yeah, so I think in 2023 the record was 375 million US dollars. And then the agri ministry animal production said that we kind of produce the poultry requirement for our country is about 400,000 metric tons for the country. And then we import about 240,000 metric tons of meat, for which poultry is about 80%. Yeah, so looking at this huge amount of import that we do, you can realize that the production in the country in 2023 was 57,871.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is what the country will produce. And we import 240,000 as this, for which poultry is 80%. So when you look at this, the poultry amount of the import is 180,000 metric tons of meat that we import. And the shortfall of our meat in the country is 162,000, 129 metric tons. That's the shortfall.
Okay.
So means that as a government, a reasonable government has to look at what they can do to be able to make sure that we feed ourselves this poultry.
But
and
so what is that thing that your government is looking to do?
Yeah, so that is why the flagship program has brought about this Nkukwa Nkidinkiti.
When is this Nkukwa Nkidinkiti? Has it begun? Has it begun?
Yes, it's an initiative. No, okay. it has not been begun, but it's an initiative that, as I told you, is a process. The government has
Charlie, the way you people are into so many processes.
Yes, it's a big challenge that we inherited from the past government. So we need a lot of structures to be able to follow the system and then implement it one after the other.
Joe, you come in. You let him finish.
So NDC has come to release us from these problems and challenges. Yeah. So the Agric minister is thinking in a way that if even though we know we have the shortfall for poultry, and then we need to feed ourselves with the meat. The sad aspect of the whole thing is, when it comes to this import, the meat that we take from the descent, you know that some of them really, in terms of quality, they are not best enough for our consumption, but sometimes they are able to manipulate the system and then bring this meat into the country, and we consume it as meat. So it is very prudent that as a country we stop this poultry importation. But before then, you need to start your own farm. And then be able to ensure that, yes, I have been able to manage it.
And get the capacity. To fill the gap.
To supply the entire country. Before you cannot think about, okay, now I have it enough to supply it, to provide for myself. There is no need for me to buy from wherever it is being imported from. So for that matter, we are going to implement a law that will stop or ban the importation of these poultry products
into the country. Wow, that's fine. That's nice. Great.
Omari,
Joe,
you see, you just asked you a simple question. Why was should be already a bedroom?
Oh, but
no,
I mean,
no,
he wanted us to get the facts.
Yes. We are getting the facts. But here lies the case. The same president, some years back, when he was in office, he told us about this guinea fowl. Today, where they said they are in Benin.
Joe.
Oh, Omari.
Joe,
We know these people. We know them. We know what they are capable of doing.
I get you.
You cannot come and then just come and throw dust into our eyes just like that.
That is exactly what I am trying to prevent you to do now. That's a getting thing. See, right now, we journalists, we are on our toes. Yeah, ma NDC NPP will be on between foot and good. The getting thing you are talking about. Did we ever see them come here?
We didn't see.
Exactly. You know why?
Why?
The report that was propagated, that wasn't the actual report. If you listen to Manasseh very well, he says that when they went there, the place where it was assumed that the farms will begin, the man there told them that, the farms haven't begun yet. But then there were people who came in to assess the place. But they said they were going to Burkina Faso also to see other things. So after they put things together, then we can hear from them here. And then someone carried the news and said that when we went there, they said the guinea fowls have traveled to Burkina Faso. But that wasn't the story.
Omari,
the people who went there were the ones who said they were going to Burkina Faso.
Omari. So after Burkina Faso, what happened?
They left power. When was the guinea fowl thing? When did they come? It came in the later years of 2015.
But Omari, you see, my point is that you were coming into office. You said, when I come, I'll do this, I'll do this. So before you come, whether you win or you lose, because you want to win, so you have to put every measures in place.
Okay.
Before you come to power. So the moment you assume office, you know, this is where I'm hitting. That is how I'm going to make sure I do things. But don't come, and then when you come and tell us stories. Because now, you don't know what is happening in the administration. You claim you know, you claim you are a magician. You know how to do tactics and then, you know, get things done right. Okay. So now, you said you are coming in. Say, oh, mema nkuko, mema nkuko bu. Na mama will feed account, no akonyomu, na omanyin, na waton, na swanya biedi. So what is happening now about the nkuko nkitenkete?
You are ending in 1 minute.
Nkuko nkitenkete, any feed no. What is happening now? They are telling us that now they are going to that's the program they want to do. Is it the poultry program or then program that they are going to register about 500 people. Now the 500 people you are going to register. You say you are going to give them the poultry, the birds and then the feed and all that. Now, how is it going to materialize to stop us or prevent us or reduce our importation of this poultry?
Oh, but at least if they are going to begin something, don't you think it's...
Omari, the point I'm raising is that now, you said you want to do this. How is it going to benefit? Is it that you are just coming to give it to people? Now, I can just come, register. In Kukwana mepe, me panam bedia, me kokuomu, na me ton ediania, and now me do a fear. How are you going to know?
Send I want to make 10 million so I could for answer.
Oh wow, wait. You understand my point? Okay. So what are the measures in place? Are we going to, you know, monitor, or since they came, they've not been able to give us a poetry no I say
Joe,
because
I
during our tenure in office, now under the Ministry of Agric, were able to do what? Planting for food and jobs.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Joe.
Oh,
Joe, let's not go there.
Omari, no. One district, one factory.
Hey, Joe. Okay, it's fine.
Omari, we did a lot. We even went on to say, when we come into office, we are going to make sure the feed, we expand the feed in subsidized prices to make sure all the farmers can be able to get access to it at a lesser price, so that they can be able to, you know,
and
to produce more.
Did you do it?
No, we did some, but we were not able to do it. So we said when it comes, we are going to do what? Expand it.
Okay.
So I'm also expecting say, country say, oh, these were the initiative of the past government. They said they want to expand it. They were not able to do it. So we are coming to do what? To expand it, so that we'll make sure it goes on and then help everybody. Okay. Now, there are a lot of things.
Please, your time is up.
Omari.
Joe, your time is up. This is a rebuttal. One kasa wasa mission say why you.
Mate.
What starts a rebuttal no? 9:38. It's 9:40.
Yo, Mate, say nya wa ha. Mate.
Yeah. So anything you want to say, or we can move on to the next topic.
We can move on. But then let me add this to, you know, NDC has come to deliver us from our difficulties and challenges. But then, as I said earlier, we as a youth, in as much as we represent our parties, we have to also look at the country's interests.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe that the Nkukon Kitinkiti project that our party, the NDC President Mahama, wants to bring up to deliver us, I think looking at the nation's demand of poultry, the Ghana NDC, we can do it in the best way. Like, we have to make it as a national project where we can have.
But we are saying bandits to empower.
Okay.